been yet another busy day on Deal Street, and ticket sizes range anywhere between $100,000 to $100 million. Of course, it's not just the fresh funding that we are speaking about, but it's also the spate of consolidation that's sweeping across the Indian startup space. A spate which is blurring the thin lines between success and failure and rewriting the traditional metrics of valuing a tech venture.
So vanity as a metric will soon be out of the picture if experts are to be believed. Serial entrepreneur and angel investor Meena Ganesh says the ongoing funding winter will push startups to focus on real metrics, meaning customer satisfaction and product addiction will do more to sell a growth story than simple monetary growth statistics or the money raised in the last round of funding.
Well, vanity metrics, as you all know, is how many people downloaded my app, how many users I have, how many people come to my website, how fast I'm able to grow my GMV. Those are things which are and of course valuation, the biggest vanity metric of all.
Meena Ganesh's growth story has backed a dozen startups from older players like Big Basket, Bluestone, Portia and Fresh Menu to the more recent on-demand chat app Magic X. And in each instance, she says vanity metrics have not been a pull factor where the investor is concerned.
So there's always 10 to 12 ideas that are bubbling up, and we then decide which ones to take to the next step.
This also explains why Flipkart and Snapdeal took a hit to their valuations recently, but some companies are not feeling the heat just yet. Data analytics venture Fractal Analytics, for instance, has raised up to $100 million from Malaysian sovereign wealth fund Khazanah Nasional Berhad. It will use this money to, in its words, dramatically accelerate its programmatic investments to acquire more companies. This round of funding comes 3 years after it raised $25 million from private equity investor TA Associate. Website optimizer Zarget is also doing well when it comes to funding. Venture capital firms Axel and Matrix have led a $1.5 million round, which also saw Freshdesk CEO Girish Matrabhutam turn investor. Zarget, which is positioning itself as a services company, will use this money for R&D on new products. However, the going's not been so great for tech startups in the food industry. A new report by Craft-Driven Research says that the number of investments in this space will slow down by 18.52% this year. Remember, there are about 150 to 200 food ventures in India, including aggregators, food ordering platforms, delivery-only players, proprietary meal sellers, and cloud kitchens. The space has also seen several ventures shut down in the last 12 to 18 months due to wafer-thin margins, high cash burn, and the inability to hit a sustainable business model. Another space that's seeing a bit of a shake-up is the on-demand chauffeur services space. Chennai-based Driver's Cart has acquired smaller rival Driven to strengthen its network. This comes just weeks after Driver's Cart bagged $450,000 in pre-Series A funding led by R Ventures. With Adith Charlie in Bengaluru, Areeb Sherwani.